What's up, guys? I'm Kyson from Sound Story. I told y'all I'd do a more in-depth tutorial on the mastering plugin. I'm going to show you some of the different effects within the plugin and different applications that have helped me save a lot of time. If you haven't seen what we did in the last tutorial, you're going to click Window, open Audio Track Mixer, click on your sequence name. Click the arrow in the top left corner. And you can see I've already added a mastering plugin from our last tutorial. If you forgot how to do that, then you're just going to click one of the drop-down arrows, go to Special, and Mastering. Boom. So I've only been using the loudness maximizers so far. So let's talk about some of these others. So reverb, pretty obvious what that's going to do.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat.
I would almost never use this. The reverb isn't that great compared to other reverbs, and I don't really use reverb that often in Premiere, so whatever. The exciter is pretty cool. So we're gonna hit play here, just listen to what it does to the higher frequencies.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat. The man-made aquarium. So gentle, so majestic.
So you can hear how it's brightening up those top frequencies, brings out like the sibilance in the voice. It actually made the vocals stand out in a really nice way. Let me show you the before and after one more time.
The jellyfish.
Okay, that's with. This is without.
The jellyfish in its natural.
Pretty interesting. So that actually has some good use. I would even actually leave that around 20% in this case because I thought it sounded really good.
The jellyfish.
Yeah, so we'll leave it about there. Widener, I don't use that often in here. Basically, it's taking your stereo sound and it's like spreading it out. Instead of putting things close to the center, it's going to spread them to the outside. Let's see if we can hear a difference.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat. The man-made aquarium. So
that one, not too important, I would say, for a video guy. This is more for like a song mixing application. Okay, loudness maximizer, you know what that does. Output gain, that's just volume. So you can turn it up or down if you need to. Then the equalizer, very cool. You've got 3 nodes. So you've got a low shelf, a high shelf, and then you have a middle peak that you can use. And you can also tighten it up if you want like a thinner peak. So this is just, this graphic here represents low frequencies on the low side, high, middle. So check this out. As I drag around, you'll hear where the different frequencies sit.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat. The man-made aquarium. So gentle, so majestic, so hipster.
The place to use that, I would say, if you've got like a muddy feel, like say the vocals feel a little too muddy, you can find the muddy spot by dragging around, probably around here, like around 100, 200. And then once you find the bad spot, you can pull down. So let's do that. Let's see what that does.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat. The man-made aquarium. So gentle, so majestic, so hipster.
You can definitely hear the difference. So I usually pull up to find my bad frequency, pull it down quite a bit just to hear what I'm taking out, and then bring it back in just a little, so you don't want to be doing anything too extreme. I think that sounds pretty good. Let's listen.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat. The man-made aquarium.
Sounds pretty good to me. So that's the basic rundown. You may want to apply this on your mastering track like we're doing. That will affect the dialogue and music and anything else in the tracks. But you may also want to use this same plugin on the individual tracks. Like say you don't want to affect the music, you could leave this, as 0. And then you could go into the dialogue track and just affect that. So, boom, I'm leaving this as is. Let's go to our dialogue track. That's track 1. You can see down here, track 1. We're going to add mastering plugin. The reason I use mastering for everything is because the mastering plugin for everything is because it's smooth, it works, everything sounds good. A lot of the other plugins in Premiere, honestly, are just full of bugs. They don't work. They don't sound good. So that's that. So I'm just zeroing these out. Let's do the same thing with vocals. Get rid of some of the mud here.
The jellyfish in its natural habitat. The man-made aquarium. So gentle, so majestic,
I'm going to add a little exciter because it sounded good before.
so hipster. There's a point in every young man's life when he sees a jellyfish for the first time.
Cool, I think that sounds nice. Just for fun, this is another trick I like to use. You can put a mastering plugin on the music. Sometimes it's hard to get the music out of the way of the vocals or the dialogue without turning it way down. So there's this little trick I'll show you. We're gonna hit play. I'm doing EQ on the music itself. I'm gonna find an area that is muddy and gets in the way of the vocals and pull it down a little bit, and that should make some room for the vocals or the dialogue without having to turn it down.
The jellyfish, in its natural habitat, the man-made aquarium. So gentle, so majestic, so hipster. There's a point in every young man's life when he sees a jellyfish for the first time, and he wonders.
I think it sounds really good like that. Let's do a quick before and after. So this is before adding those effects to the dialogue and the music.
The jellyfish, in its natural habitat, the man-made aquarium.
Okay, let me throw them back on.
The jellyfish, in its natural habitat, the man-made aquarium.
Oh yeah, you can just feel the difference. It sounds good. You gotta trust your ears. It'll take some practice, but give it a shot. Throw the mastering plugin on anything you want. Don't do anything too extreme. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help you with any audio needs.